Hey guys, Larry here again. So I could have done this video. Would have been probably about August of 2019. I think it was August or September, somewhere around there. Christmas actually came early for me last year. I just didn't take time out to do a video because I wanted to go take time out to clean up a bunch of the used um, reloading stuff that I got before I worried about doing a video. So a buddy of mine needed some extra cash or whatever because he was moving, and well, I bought his reloading stuff. So we'll go through a few of the things that I got. We'll start with most of you that reload will know what this is. This is actually a Dillon 550. It's not the square. It is It's the regular 550, and I got two. The other one is down under the bench over there, so I ended up with two of those. I also ended up with it's a cheapie. It's a Lee, but it's a single stage press that was actually completely frozen up, and as you can see, it is no longer froze up because I cleaned it up and got it working again. I also, along with the Dillon presses, ended up with four of the quick change heads. These are similar to the lock and load Hornady system that I've got. The only difference is that the dies thread into here. You can just slide these out, slide them in. So I got four quick change heads. I ended up with four of the, or actually five of the shell plate for the Dillon, and I ended up with five Dillon reloading dies, 357, 38, 44 mag, 45 ACP, and 223. I think I ended up with two sets of 223, and then a 9mm. So I ended up with five or six sets of dies. I also ended up with, it's just a little one, but it's a little ultrasonic cleaner. That's the Lyman Turbosonic 700. Actually works quite well. I used it to clean a lot of the parts. I also have ended up with a Lyman media tumbler. Almost an entire, well, it probably is an entire jug or really close to it of Lyman turbo media. What else did I get? Oh, I ended up with roughly 800 to 1,000 cases of 223 bullets, primers. I ended up with about 5 to 800 38 special cases, some 44 cases, some 45 cases, bullets for quite a few of those. I probably ended up with about the 223 is at about 400 or 500 bullets. Might have even been closer to more than that. In the then I ended up with the this little parts organizer that he was using, to store parts or whatever. So yeah, Christmas came early, but with the powder, I ended up with, I think I figured it up. I've got right at like 7 or 8 pounds of powder from him. So rough estimate for me to go out and buy to actually buy all the stuff new. And powder, call it $22 a pound. I got almost $200 in powder. Um, the quick change heads, not real sure what the price is on those. But I also ended up with 4 of the powder charge dispensers. One of them is missing the plastic tube. I could probably make one to put on there, but these are like $60 a piece. I believe they might come with one of these, so figure I've got another couple $100 there. The tumblers, call it another, well, be about probably another $100 there. So I'm at what, $500. Then you got the presses. That press alone's like 100 and I think it's $110 or whatever now for the, might be a little more than that. The Dillon 550 presses are not cheap. They're brand new. They're every bit of, $500 a piece. So I only paid like $650. So when you start calculating in all the brass, the bullets, the primers, and everything, I had, for me to buy all of it new, let's just go with a nice ballpark figure, $2,000. That might be on the low side, might be a little on the high side. I haven't checked prices on all that in a while, but $650 deal. I couldn't beat it. I originally was going to sell one of the presses along with all the stuff he would need to get started reloading, for like half of what I paid for everything. But he didn't want to do it because he doesn't have the room. So mine now, and I will eventually get them all set up. I don't know where I'm going to put them. My benches are pretty full. I'll probably have to wait until I get the garage redone and get a workshop set up out there or down the road. These are on pieces of 3/4 inch plywood. I can always, clamp them down and use them. So just wanted to go over my early Christmas from last year, and you guys have a good one.